Hi everyone! So yes, I look like a little bit of a mess right now. I am going to do a chatty get ready with me. I mentioned this in a previous video. I have a new wig. I'm very excited. I'm always really excited for wigs and I'm always really excited to play with them. And I picked out my makeup and it's all very boring, neutral, cool tones. Sorry. Some people have been saying that they miss the colorful things I used to do, and I kind of miss it too, but I just haven't been feeling it. And this wig is supposed to be long, straight, brown. I'm very excited, and I kind of just wanted to be like very basic, Insta glam. I just want to channel it. I am just a wreck, but I need to wash my hair and figure something out. Anyway, I'll talk all about that as I get into it. So anyway, this was sent to me by Cosswigs, and as you can see, I haven't even opened it at all. I like to react to the wigs because it's one of those fun things for me. It's kind of weird, but okay, I'm just gonna open the packaging. So this is the box, Cosswigs Inspire Your Beauty. It's really pretty, like a little shoebox. Oh, it's very nicely packaged. I don't think I've ever had a wig come that was as nicely packaged as this. Cosswigs Inspire Your Beauty. So there's instructions in here on how to wear a wig. There's a discount code, R only3USD. I have no idea what that means. I'm not affiliated. They did send me this wig, but I have nothing to do with any discount code or anything. So anyway, it kind of shows some different influencers wearing the wigs. Some very pretty makeup looks on there, very inspiring. I like that. This is some of the nicest packaging for a wig. So, oh, even inside, very fancy. Wig caps, love. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's even a comb. I've had wigs come with brushes before, but not with combs. And even one of these little brushes. I normally see people use these for like brows and stuff or combing out lashes, but I suppose, yeah, if you were to like actually style the wig, take the time to style it. I can't say that I do. I don't even know what these are. I like wigs, but I don't know how to properly style them. I'm sorry. So there's even, oh, okay. Sorry, this is like all new for me. There's a little bag that you can actually store the wig in. That's pretty cool. Okay, so this is the actual wig in this. I'm so boring when companies reach out to send wigs. Like some people I see get like the very pretty colorful stuff and I'm like, can I have a long straight brown wig? You know how I wish my hair actually looked as opposed to what it currently looks like. So there's even tags inside, which I will have to remove. The Cosswigs wigs. Ooh, this is pretty. See, a lot of the wigs I have are kind of thick. This one's fairly thin, like it even looks like they've kind of plucked some of the hair at the front, so it potentially will look a little bit more natural when I put it on. So I don't know if I need to open this new wig cap thing. I have other wig caps. I need to put a wig cap on because I want to see what it looks like first with no makeup on. Okay, so I just quickly tucked my hair into one of my older wig caps, but they're basically the same. And then I'm going to toss this wig on and we're going to see what this looks like. So the lace is still on. I haven't trimmed any of that stuff. This is just to get an idea of the wig and kind of how it sits. I think it could look fairly natural, like if I actually truly styled it, because it's not like super voluminous up here, but that's kind of what I want in a way, because that's not what I have, but my hair is nowhere near this nice. I think we all know that. I wish I could kind of get away with this, just like randomly show up at work and be like, yeah, so what? Nothing changed. Totally the way it's supposed to be. I don't know what to do about something like that, like if it's sitting weirdly on my head down here or if that's just how it's supposed to look. But see, like this is why I wanted to do like basic bitch Instagram. Just very simple. So I'm gonna do my makeup and then I'm gonna put the wig back on at the end, but I'm telling you, it's gonna be really basic makeup. Okay, so I actually wrote down some notes for like just some very general topics that I wanted to talk about in my get ready with me, because once I start filming these I usually lose all sense of like what I was doing. So I'm just gonna prime my face. I already had strobe cream on and I had makeup on earlier in the day, so I just left on like the little bit remnants of my brows because I figured why not make life a little bit easier, especially where I knew I wasn't doing anything super crazy or dramatic or anything. I've mentioned my hair recently and a lot of people have said that they think that I have curly hair and they've recommended the curly girl method to me, which I've looked into, but I just can't afford all the new products to actually go full into it. So I've done a few things to kind of use what I already have to see if I can coax a little bit more curl out of my hair, which is funny because I grew up wanting curly hair and had really stick straight hair, and then something just happened over the last few years to my hair. Can't explain it. I have no idea now how to handle it because my hair has never looked like that. And even like if you look at older pictures, like you can see how straight my hair was. So I don't know what this shift was, what caused my hair to start doing the things it decided to do, but it is the way that it is, so I'm trying to make it look better. I find that if I braid my hair again at night, it helps my hair quite a bit, and I get the sort of waves from the braids, but it's definitely time consuming to kind of fix my hair up a little bit, which is just, I'm not very talented when it comes to hair at all, and like just putting the braid in my hair and then letting it dry on its own seems to be okay enough. If I had like all the products, I would maybe fully try the curly girl method, but it also seems very time consuming and it seems like a lot of trial and error, and I know I don't have patience for that stuff. Some people have a lot of patience and they know like, okay, it's like, let's stick with it because the end result will totally be worth it. And me, I'm always a person who gets very frustrated like if I don't get something right away. It's always just the way that I've been my whole life, and that's not a good thing. But if I'm not immediately good at something, I'm like, okay, I'm a failure, I suck, let's stop. And I know that I would get very frustrated with the curly girl method if I didn't see like the immediate results, and I know it doesn't work that way. So another reason why I'm hesitant to like invest in a whole bunch of products, to see myself get frustrated with it. And I also said like I can't really justify it or afford it right now, so that's okay. I don't really have a plan in mind for my makeup. It's probably gonna be very close to like every day with maybe lashes and probably overdrawn lips because I've been into the lip liner again lately. I'm trying not to draw my brows on too heavily, but I find with this brow gel, this one from Makeup Forever, it's very easy to make my brows darker than I intended them to be, but that's alright. Nothing is going to be perfect in my world. It never really is. Well, I have this contour thing open. Put some contour on. I have a new fresh breakout. I don't know, my skin has been terrible and it cleared up for like a week. I was dealing with some like really terrible skin throughout like September, October, and then when I was traveling, unfamiliar trees. Very frustrating to have like a lot of skin issues, and I know it was a lot of stress and a lot of other things, and now I just like I keep cycling through some breakouts, and I'm making sure to clean my brushes and clean products and make sure that like I'm not recontaminating, but it doesn't seem to help. I'm also trying not to dry my skin out too much because I found that was a problem, was that I was using the acne treatment to dry out the pimple or pimples, and then I would apply too much constantly, and then my skin would get really dry, and it seemed to make it worse. And when my skin cleared up, it was because I was really rehydrating my skin quite a bit. But lately, like this is the last couple of months, my skin has been the worst in terms of breakouts than it ever has been in my whole entire life. I've never been a person who broke out. You know, when most people break out, or it's kind of assumed that people break out as young teenagers. That seems to be the thing, the stereotype, and I never did. Like maybe that once a month thing, maybe, not even that. So I don't know why my skin has decided to betray me over the last couple months. So frustrated. My skin was probably the best it had been over this summer when I would go for really long walks late at night, and I took all my makeup off before going for my walk, and I put like some skincare on or face oil or something, and my skin looked flawless. Seriously. I just couldn't get over it because I was out a lot, and even though I was super stressed, I'm dealing with so much stuff, but my skin looked awesome. So at least there was that. I used to go for long walks late at night at summer. Like I'd leave like 8:30 at night or something and come back at like 11, and I'd walk listening to music or talking on the phone to my friend Hunter usually, and I'd be talking to her about like all my life stuff. It was so much fun. You guys might know her, hopefully, if you have watched her channel before, and we met up when I was on my trip back in October when I went to Cleveland, and she was there for a few days, and we had the most fun. She is so awesome, and I know Cleveland, that's where I went. With the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the art gallery there, I haven't really talked about that. It's been 2 months since my trip, but I meant to talk about it and then got distracted and then never did, and on and on. But anyway, it was the most amazing trip. I had such a good time. I'm so glad I ended up going on that trip. One of those sort of life-changing things. But anyway, my skin looked so good over the summer. Not during that trip. My skin looked like crap during that trip, but over the summer, before the trip, my skin looked really good. And so I'm dealing with that still. And it's like one will clear up and then another one appears. And then when that one will go away, another one will appear. And it's just this cycle that I can't seem to get out of. And it is frustrating. I just rediscovered my MAC Warm Soul blush, actually, and the Soft and Gentle highlighter. Old school. Real old school. I know these are like the things that used to be popular back in the day, but anyway, we're shopping stashes here. I'm using a bunch of MAC products because they used to be my faves. I'm even using a paint pot. I am using a paint pot. A lot of people in my budget video recommended the Milani eyeshadow primer, which I'd used before and wasn't super crazy about, but I'm willing to give it another chance. But then there's also people who mentioned the CoverGirl one, and I've generally had pretty good luck with CoverGirl, so I think I might try the CoverGirl one. I think it's $8 Canadian, at least that's what I was told, so hopefully that is correct, because that's a really good price and definitely a lot more affordable than the Urban Decay Primer Potion, which I will sorely miss, but it's very expensive, and maybe someday it will make its way back into my life again, but them's the breaks. So I wasn't expecting to have like as many bills and stuff as I'm going to, because I truly thought that I'd end up being at my parents' place for a little bit longer. It was just proving difficult to find an apartment, something that would really work well for me. I need a space that is going to suit my needs. I don't want to like compromise too much, or didn't want to compromise too much, but I was still trying to like find that balance. And then I found a place that's going to work really well for me, and it kind of just like fell into my lap. And how could I say no to that? Like, I really wasn't expecting it. Like, I got a car and I thought, okay, well, at least I have a car now. So this means like I have a little bit more freedom and will make other things a lot easier, and I'll be able to navigate all those extra other things. And then throw the apartment on at the same time, and all of a sudden it was a lot of bills and a lot of money. And I still find myself a little overwhelmed by it. I had this like blissful little moment of time where I was like super calm, and I was like really prepared for the next year, and I was gonna handle everything, and everything seemed good. I was in a really good space, and then it was just a lot of new things all piled on. So it feels like I have a lot of tabs open in my browser brain, and it's been difficult to manage. Like, I'm still trying to stay positive and upbeat because I know it's all good. I know this is all good, positive progress, but it's just overwhelming to be dealing with everything all at once. Like, everything all happened like within a month. It was like, got a car, and then like a week later it was like, boom, apartment. And now I'm trying to like deal with all that stuff, making sure I have like necessary things for the apartment, buying some stuff that I didn't have, trying to remember what's in my storage unit, which I'm gonna have to hold off on buying some more things because I don't want to end up with duplicates, because I know there's quite a bit of stuff in my storage unit to unpack eventually. And trying to schedule that stuff, trying to set up movers. I was contacting the power to get the power hooked up. I was contacting insurance to get tenant insurance, and I need to make sure that I get internet hooked up because, you know, priorities. But it's just a lot of stuff, especially then like the holiday time as well. So you're throwing on like the additional extra holiday costs, the Christmas presents, and then it's like, oh, by the way, moving expenses, enjoy. So it's been very stressful, but I'm looking forward to having my own space again because it has been so long. I painted my nails red and put little holiday, like Christmassy decals on it, and I just know they're not going to last very long. It's already starting to chip away, even though I put a really heavy-duty top coat on it, but I'm rough. But yeah, it's been a while since I've been able to have my own space, and I haven't really been alone much, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. I know it's going to be an adjustment, and I know it's probably going to be a little scary and overwhelming, and it's going to be difficult to get into a new routine right into the new year, just kind of throwing myself right into it. But I am excited to get all that stuff going. I'm going to save lips for the end, but I'm going to put on some lashes and the wig, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the look with lashes. I did touch up the brows a little bit and then added a little bit of Urban Decay's Road Stripe inner corner and brow bone, and then I'm gonna put the lips. I first took the Oak lip liner from MAC, but then I decided to go back with Spice. I have the Really Me, just because I wanted a lot of lip. So anyway, this is the wig. Sorry for all the interruptions. Seems to keep happening. One of those things that I mentioned before, it would be good to have my own space. Speaking of, I will be using my dining room in my apartment as my filming area, so it's just like a little separate dining space. So if anybody has any suggestions for a setup, for backdrop or anything, because like I really can't do anything here, couldn't do anything here. I had a picture up here for a while, then decided to take it down, and it's just a wall. But I would be able to have more freedom in my own place. So if anybody has any suggestions, ideas for things that they would like to see, this is the wig. I don't like how it's sitting here. Honestly, I feel like it's too flat against my head. I like the wig itself. I just wish there was like a little bit more volume there. Like if I could fake the volume a little bit up top, I would like that a little bit better. But like how close it is to my head, I don't like that. But it does look a little bit more realistic. Besides that, like to me, I don't feel like that's very realistic. Like that hair is this close and then kind of goes out. So I'm trying to like fluff it up a little bit. Some of my other wigs are very big, but because they are big, then I get like more volume up top, and this just feels a little weird to me, but maybe it's just because it is a new wig that just came out of the packaging. Hard to say, but I'll just do a quick little turn. So I'm just trying to fluff up the roots a little bit, because I think like that way it'll look a little bit more natural, and if I put like a headband on, it would obviously look a little bit more natural, but I'm trying to like just see what it looks like without. Maybe I'll put a headband on too and just see what it looks like with that, because I don't know, maybe it's just my face. Maybe it's just not the most flattering for me. Sometimes I think that like the shorter wigs look better because it just seems to frame my face better than the long wigs, but I always want long hair, so maybe it's a combination of all of those things, but I just can't, like, I can't get over how straight, like, close to my scalp it is. But I do think it's really pretty, and I think I will be able to get some use out of this wig for sure with my flower crowns and headbands and stuff. I like that it does look a little bit more natural, and I might be able to get away with it in some of my videos. I like to wear the more like natural looking standard wigs when I'm doing a more chatty video that might garner some attention from people who don't normally watch my channel. And then it just is like faking the good hair for a little bit, and can kind of get away with it, kind of, sometimes, maybe. But yeah, I just wanted to do a very simple, basic makeup look. I'm so sorry, guys. I have not been feeling anything very dramatic or interesting lately. I've really just been doing the very basic stuff. I said I was going to put a headband on. 1 second. So with a headband, I do think that it looks a little bit better for me in the way that my face is. And I like this kind of style anyway. Like, I like the sort of like 70s Cher hair, and the headband is very much a part of that. So yeah, now that I have the headband on, it feels much more me, much more Elle, and I think it kind of works with the whole look, at least my whole vibe, not so much the knits, but the rest of it I think kind of works a little bit more, and it just has the sort of vibe I was going for, the very basic makeup. A little bit of grayish eyeshadow, overlined lips, big lashes. This has been my comfort zone lately when it comes to filming makeup. So anyway, I'm going to try and get into color at some point. I'm going to have to do palette bingos and stuff like that just to kind of get into the colorful world again with eyeshadows, because I've just enjoyed my little safe space for probably too long. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Please let me know if you have any suggestions, like I said, for filming setup or improvements, things that you would like to see in that regard, because when I'm setting something up brand new, that's the best time to start. So anyway, I hope we get a chance to chat soon. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Bye for now.